Hey, I'm Janelle and this is toDIYfor. So last summer I did a makeover of my patio, which included an IKEA hack. Now, when I made this, I never said that it was going to be, the most stable or would suit everybody's needs, but the IKEA lack table, we were able to turn 3 of those into a portion of our bench, including a thrifted kind of bench thing that I bought as well. It was just a really cheap way for us to create that seating because, didn't have the money at the time to invest in it, and I didn't know how long we'd be in this apartment. Fast forward to this summer, we have been using it. It wasn't really stored properly over the winter, so some moisture got in and the tables ain't so steady. I just sat down on our bench and fell right through it. Okay, I realized that's not a lack table. It was the wooden thrifted bench that I fell through. It was just kind of a faulty build, so I was able to fix it. We're still using it in this space. I fell through one of the lack tables. I just did not have it on video. I do not trust company coming over and sitting on it, and I figured it's time we invest in a little bit of real hardwood and build something. So this is going to be a super basic build of a functional bench. By no means is it going to be pretty looking, but I thought I would share it with you anyways, considering I'm making it. So I'll just take you along this route if you want to create also some really cheap functional seating for your outdoor space as well. So I got all my wood for this project for $20. I have everything cut down to size right now. It's really going to vary for your build, your shape, your space that you're working with. I'm making a 6-foot long bench and I will leave my measurements down below, but like I said, it's gonna really vary for what you're building in your space. So what we're going to build here first is what I'm going to call, I guess, a couple of C brackets. It's basically attaching the legs to the braces that go across the bench. So I am drilling some pilot holes first and screwing this together just because I don't want any of the wood to split. We're keeping it quite close to the edge, and that's simply because you need to be very aware of where you're putting your screws, because we need to have some room now to screw each one of these boards into those legs. So be very, very aware of where you're putting your screws, and we're just going to go ahead and start screwing that into place, one side at a time.
Come get it while it's straight.
So thank goodness my boyfriend was here to help me. I don't think I would have been able to do it without him. But again, we just screwed that one side in, and then again, with some more pilot holes on the other side, screwed the other side in. And it's really starting to feel quite sturdy now. So now we have some 1x6s that we are going to place across to the top. Probably should have bought one more, but we just ended up spacing them out. So there's a few gaps and it's still quite comfortable to sit on. Screwed all of those pieces on top, and I just sanded this down. And I mean, you could absolutely finish it if you want to, paint it, stain it. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't really bother me. It gets covered with cushions, but as you can see, I tried to match it as best I could with this other bench that we have here, and a very kind of similar design and height. So like I said, it's definitely function over beauty, but for me, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time, there's cushions on top of it. You can't really see what it looks like, and it works really well for our space, and it was really inexpensive for us to build. So that's why I went that route. If you want to look a little more in depth of the rest of that makeover in terms of the cushions and how I made them, I'm still using them. That was a really cheap DIY as well, thanks to the thrift store and IKEA. I will leave that video linked down below for you if you want to check out that full makeover experience that I did last year. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a new video. I do every Wednesday. I do need DIY, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on that, and I will chat with you next week. Cheers.